Some candles, we use steam distillation to make our essential oils. We have lemons, which help with acne and dark spots. We have mint, which helps with headaches and muscle aches. And citronella, which helps with wound healing. Here's all the ingredients laid out before distill. This is also how I make my moon water with this type of distillation, because it neutralizes the water once it turns into hydrosol. I'm taking all the zest off the lemon, and I only want the zest part, so I'm using my cheese grater. I have my mint and citronella going into be bruised to start breaking up oils. So I'm going to make sure that each set gets crushed. Just speeding up the process, because it is a tedious process to make sure that everything is perfect to go into the candles that we make. Here we have the leftover lemon. We're just going to take that and dehydrate it, and we're going to use those in our champagne soap. We got champagne salt scrub, and we also use them for our herbal cleanse. So I'm going to take my mineral oil. On this project, I'm using mineral oil because this is a special request from a client. Most of the time I use distilled water, or I'll use my moon water. I'm going to wait till the water boils. And I'm going to make sure it gets to a certain temperature, because what I want that water to do is I want that water to turn into steam, because once the water turns into steam, steam rises. And then that's how we're going to get our hydrosol and our essential oil. Here's the bucket. And this bucket has cold water. I'm using fish tank pump to pump the water up into this tube, the clear tube. The cold water comes down and it runs out of the tan tube right back into the bucket, and it just rotates, and I make sure that I keep that water as cold as possible, because the colder you keep that water, the more product you will be able to produce. It's a temperature game. You gotta keep one side of this still as hot as you can get it, and you have to keep the other side as cold as you can get it. And here's the picture of the fish pump that I use. Drop it in the bucket. All right, here we go. The water's boiling. I got my thermometer in. You can see the condensation. You can see the water forming and the steam forming. And then when it hits right there, it turns back to water. Gotta keep it cold. You can see it frosting up a little bit. All right, it's still boiling. Still waiting. I like to get my still warmed up slowly. That works best for me. So now we're going to drop the mint and the citronella and the lemon in the middle part. I do put them in both, but I just wanted to show y'all 2 ways you can do it. And then I'll use some foil to keep hot. You can see them start to wilt. You can see the steam going up. Sorry about my lighting. And it comes down this pipe. You can see it starting to roll down. I put foil there to keep that colder. And there we go. We got our heads. So in distillery talk, you have heads, hearts, and tails. If you was making whiskey at this point, you keep the heads and move them to the side. Then you would get your heart. And then you would get your tails. You would blend them to make a formula. So you can see how the oil that didn't make it to turn into steam falls back down into the water, and that's where you get your herbal water. If it was roses, that would be rose water. If it was cannabis, it would be cannabis water. And I'm going to take that and put it in there because that is a product also that I will use to bathe in. I'll use it as a room mist. So checking my temperatures because like I said, this is a game about temperature. So you have to make sure where you keep your temperatures because you want consistent products. So with consistent products, you have to know at what temperature did you get your still to, at what coldness did you get your still to. That way you can make the same product every time because the temperatures changing will change the product. Here we go. That's all hydrosol. Now hydrosol can be used in toners, for like I said, skincare, aromatherapy. So I'm going to take my herbal water. I'm going to drain it and strain it. And that is some cheesecloth that I picked up from Home Depot. And then making sure I get all of the goodness out. So I would put my lid on here, put a date on which it was made, and I would place this into our refrigerator. Like I said, you can bathe in it, you can use it as a room spray, you can clean with it. Herbs can help you get rid of different pests. This is all of the hydrosol and it's dripping out. You can't yield that much oil depending on the still. Bigger the still, the more oil you get. You have to drain it. So you just separate the oil by using this and you just turn it and it's a hole and it drains the water out. So you're able to get the oil down into the tip and then you can place your oil into another container. And that's the 3 things we got. We got essential oil, hydrosol, and herbal water. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to share, like, subscribe. You can hit me up on Facebook under Realism Kandles. You can find me on TikTok under Realism Kandles. You can find me on IG under Realism Kandles. And anything you need, hit me up and I'll let you know. Thank you, Candleronies.